Welcome to yet another toilet video. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the smells that are coming out of my toilet. This camper is 4 years old now. I lived in it full-time last winter, which meant I spent 4 months in the camper. And I noticed something I haven't noticed before, which is a little bit of a urine smell coming from the toilet. No matter how much I cleaned it, that smell returned within a day of washing the toilet very carefully. And I looked for some solutions online. Everything involved putting Tide or some sort of stinky stuff into the tank. And I'm like, the problem is not the tank. Like, the shutter's closed. I'm not smelling poop. I'm only smelling pee. The other thing is those stinky things for your tank. Some of them disable your olfactory, and I find that really uncomfortable. It also means you don't enjoy meals as much because your olfactory isn't working properly. Anyway, I wanted to avoid all that stinky stuff. I wanted to find a solution to what that smell was. And I was cleaning the toilet, and I noticed that the surface of the bowl was no longer shiny. You can see on the surface of the lid of my toilet is nice and shiny. And when the camper was new, the bowl was shiny too. But that shininess was gone. And in fact, it reminded me of the dullness that you see on car headlights. And it turns out that dullness is oxidation. And I can actually feel the surface of the toilet. I can feel that oxidation. I did some research on oxidation, and I learned that it's almost impossible to get rid of it completely without using a torch, which would be very dangerous, could light up the whole camper. Do not use a torch. But one of the things I discovered or that I learned about oxidation is that an oxidized plastic surface is capable of absorbing moisture. So that meant every time that pee hit the toilet, that oxidation was absorbing a little bit of that pee, hence the pee smell. So how do you make a surface more smooth? Well, I don't know about you, but a waxed car has a very smooth surface. And so I tried waxing the toilet. And then you want to take the tank out and put a layer of wax on there and then buff it thoroughly, okay? But I discovered that the smell went away and it didn't return for 3 or 4 weeks of use. So waxing is a solution. It has to be reapplied about once every 6 weeks if you're using the toilet full time. There are also some new high-tech surface applications. The New York Times did an article last week about a silicone spray that you can use in porcelain toilets that perhaps would work on the plastic, but the spray is $40, so I would rather just use wax for now. But maybe you want to try one of those sprays and report back in the comments how well it worked. For me, wax is working great. One of the other solutions is there's a porcelain liner you can get that exactly fits in the cassette toilet. I don't like that solution because it requires that you put caulk on the edge of the rim of the toilet, and even with that caulk, liquid is still going to be able to get up under that liner through capillary action. So I'm not sure that's a great solution. I'm going to continue waxing my toilet and not smelling that urine smell anymore. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions or comments, please leave them down below. Have a great day.